Hello gentle people, welcome back to the channel, Jeff here. I've been fiddling with a couple of things as usual in the last couple of days. You know me probably for now, if you're not new to the channel. Trying to find inspiration for new carvings and stuff. And I found probably the easiest thing I've ever done on the channel. I went a little bit outside of what I usually do. So I carved this little mushroom house. It's a super cute little house with little doors, little door and window. It's super fast to do. We'd go with pretty much all the cuts possible, I think, in terms of like whittling, and it's super beginner friendly. So I hope you will enjoy and that you will have a lot of fun. I think it can be a nice gift or something you can give to a kid, or just keep it for yourself like I do with all my little ones. And yeah, let's get cracking. So we'll start by looking at the middle line as usual, eyeballing everything sort of middle, just as a guide. So not in the middle, but a little bit above. That would be the tip, or the bottom of the tip, let's put it that way. And then we will round the front, the side, on each side basically. This here, this here, this here. Just make a little rounded shape. All the sides. Okay, so all of these little corners we'll remove, and then same thing at the top. Make the mushroom shape. The difference is that on this side there will be the chimney, so a little bit on each side of the middle here we can draw a square. Make it bigger, sorry. Make it bigger than you might want, because once again we can add wood but we can remove. And then at the top here, so that would be the little chimney. So we'll not remove this part here in the corner. So as simple as that. There will be a little door here, a little window at the top, but we will remove that wood now anyway, so it's not really important to draw that thing that much right now. Alright, so take your knife, strop it well, and let's start removing the wood. We will start with stop cut all the way around. Okay, and then we remove all the wood. Start with the corners, as always. It's easier than carving flat. So we're getting to a shape for the base. Every time you make a cut from a corner, you obviously generate two more corners. That is easier to carve, so keep that in mind. Always try to carve from the corners, and then the more you carve, the more corner you have. So that's normally getting easier and easier to remove wood. So as you've seen, I didn't carve from the corners because I want to basically round these guys on the opposite angle that I'm doing, so we will have a curve basically going in that direction. I have a little bubbly mushroom. Okay, so you should have some sort of a shape for the bottom. Doesn't need to be precise. It's a mushroom. It's not supposed to be perfectly symmetrical all around. Okay, so now we will do the same thing for the top, but remember that we have the chimney here, so don't go around carving the whole thing. We need to keep that square, cube, rectangle thing in mind. Another cool thing that you could do with this top is to basically do a sliding motion while rotating your knife. So instead of going straight like this, start not from the bottom exactly, a little bit above, and then just go around rolling. So that will create this shape, and then we will round it after. I think that will good. That will do a little cool effect on the top side of the mushroom. When you go on this side of the corners, you can do it, but just remember to not go farther than a line you drew before. Keeping that square here. Okay, so you should have something like this. There's so much electricity and the wood is sticking at me. So you should have some sort of a round shape like this. So we will kill the corners as usual. Leave that wood straight here. We will attack this thing soon enough. See, let's round this. If the wood crack, go on the other end. And back. Corner here. these rolling motion, it gives a good result. Okay. Now everything is sort of rounded except the little shape for the chimney. So that will be simple. We'll just make a stop cut under the chimney here. Okay. And we'll carve through it. You can go fairly deep here. That will generate the curve that we want to have. Alright, and then we will, like the nose that I usually do for my little guy, we will make a stop cut on both sides. Be careful. And then we will remove that wood. Alright. Something on this side. So we have this little thing here. Try to clean that up if you can. Okay. So now we will round the top inwards, because it's a mushroom cap after all. It's not a straight helmet or anything alike. We need to make sure that the chimney is sort of a little bit apart from the top, so you can basically go with the square, make stop cuts. If you had a line. Okay. So you can then remove the wood on both these sides. As much as you can. Be careful when you cut towards you that your thumb is not in the way. I'm not wearing any gloves right now, but my thumb is fairly far from it. Same thing with this side. So what we want to do here is basically remove this just a little bit here, so we can pull the chimney apart. So you can do V-cuts at the top. You don't need to be that deep, just to really just detach it for a little bit. Like, well, I don't think you can see from this side. I'll remove more wood. Maybe like this you can see the little chimney is a little bit apart. And then we round everything. So you can basically take any pieces of wood that you have that is sort of square-ish. I had a little piece here that was already cut on all the corners, but since it's just about, this whole thing is literally just about removing a lot of wood, and you're pretty much done. you can be in the wood, take a little branch, and that will do the same, because since we're rounding everything, you can start with a cylinder shape and just go around, and you will be able to do the same thing here, depending on if the wood is hard or not. Okay, so I will just try to clean the sides here. That's horrible. Alright, that's pretty clean. Clean that top a bit. Clean these sides. So there's more angle on this side now, so if you feel like it, you can just readjust by removing more wood. We have enough anyway. Alright, let's remove that layer of benzo. Cool. I mean, we're pretty much done. That's now we just need, so you decide which side you want to be in the front now, and I'll just realize that I haven't carved that piece here. Okay. Okay, so I think I will take this side as the front. Then you can draw a little door. Make it bubbly, because that's a cute little house. Like that, if you see. I should use a bigger marker for you guys to see, but yeah. And then you can decide what you want to do with this little door, really. I will have a little doorknob, and then let's have a little window here, like this. So it will just be a couple of little straight cut going along. You can go bigger than you drew, because for the same reason as usual, it's always better to go bigger. So you can go on one shot if you want to, but you can also just go with little V-cuts if you're more comfortable with that. Goal here is just to create a little depth. The rounder the door is, the more cartoony, gnome-y anything it will be. So if you have any sharp edge, always remember to smooth that up. We don't like sharp edge here. Okay, so we have the little door shape. I'll do the same thing for the window. If you can put your knife in an angle instead of going for a straight cut like this, it's easier to come back in and do the other end like this. Then after that you can basically remove the wood. But it's also easier if you just want to go and do little V-cuts. Because if you have a straight cut, then it creates a straight line, a straight edge, and yeah, we don't like that, like I say. Okay, just removing a little bit more wood. Just make sure that it's the shape that you want. Whatever that is. It'll be cute and that'll fit. Okay. Then the little doorknob. We can do a square also. Would probably be easier than doing a little circle like I've done. Because this is so small. You could also just carve in the whole thing without the doorknob around it, and then that will, because obviously right now the doorknob is sort of like in the door, in the same height or depth, which is a bit of a problem, but I'll probably just, yeah, remove the wood on the side like this. That would make the doorknob pop a little bit. Then readjust the cut on the side. Okay, so here we go. We got the little door and a little doorknob. So now we'll add a window at the top as the last little detail. Wait, I just realized that I did not remove the top wood here. Now obviously I had to break the, the chimney, so don't do that. I was a bit careless, but that's why it's bigger. We have more wood to play with. Okay, so yeah, the little window. Once again, you can use the shape you want, but I'll make, I think I'll make a little circle like this, sort of, and maybe a little cross. We'll see. Maybe that would be horrible to carve because it's so small. Almost look like a Viking shield. So once again, cut bigger than it is. That would give you space to remove. Maybe I went a bit too big, but that's okay. Okay. Then we go around on the other side. Like this. Around there. There we go. I will clean this horrible mess that I've just done. Okay, so we have a general little shape for the window. Something like that. So then we can just remove the little part in the middle, at least try, and make that little cross. This is really small. You could probably, depending on the size, you could maybe do just a normal pyramid cut, triangle cut, whatever it's named. Maybe I could try that. Let's see. One here, one here, one here. Pop. I think that can work because it's so small that kind of fits. So one here, one here, and pop. Same thing here. So you go with a 45-degree angle, something like this, and then you go in, pop. If it doesn't pop like this one, you go back in and move more wood. Alright. Well, that's a bit messy. Yeah, remove too much wood now. Oops. Okay, so I broke that part here, so we will do, it's okay. We will do only a thing in the middle now instead. Don't break that one, Jeff, though, because if you do, that'll be a little bit of a mess. Okay. Clean the wood a little bit. Well, I'm not exactly sure if that looks like a window anymore, but with the painting maybe that'll be fine. So here it is, the window. You can clean the wood around, so that will make the window pop a little bit. So here we have the little mushroom house. And that's pretty much it. Super simple. If you want, you can remove even more wood, because it's always fun to remove wood. And then round the things a bit more, and yeah, it's really up to you. Good. So yes, it's really simple carving. Probably the simplest I will ever do. But I think it's a cute little thing to do, and then you can give that as a little present or something. And if you want, you can add another window in the back or something like this if you feel like it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was simple enough, instructive enough. We've done pretty much all the cut possible here. Stop cut, V cut, triangle cut, swoop cut or swipe cut, I don't know the name. But yeah, pretty much cover everything. So pretty cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed, like I said, and then yeah, leave a comment if you feel like it. And then we will see you, we'll see each other soon enough. Bye-bye.